For example, financial buildings are very large and large nuisance. They're not occupied, they're just sitting there alive for whoever happens to own that financial building. That is an ideal location to house the business. So many examples that we can use. Say, this is what we're going to do in the transition. We're going to make everything about this building wrong. My monetary system is all the problems. Focus on fixing it. Because that way all of our lives are built purely wonderful industrial designs.
I might have already given these to everybody. If you don't have one of these, check that out. We were hoping for, a few more people here. Most of what I had prepared to talk about then would be to introduce people to the Zeitgeist movement and basic things we work with. I guess Amanda here is the only one of us that is not already familiar with it. So, not to cut that short, but it would be really redundant to spend a lot of time talking about what many of us already know. So, it's a good thing to have this tool then that basically is an overview of what I had prepared to talk about. So I probably would have gone on for 45 minutes or so just to talk about all the things in this one piece of paper. So if you are aware of those things, then you are aware of 90% of what we're working on. Okay? I talked the number that Peter Joseph threw out, 337. Is that right? You just said 337 events going on worldwide right now. That's tens or hundreds of thousands of people gathered together just talking about these things. Pretty awesome.
As the mass grows, our arguments become so much more powerful. For example, this whole people aren't programmed to think that way. That'll become so much more weekend the more numbers we have, the more evident that is out there in the public square. Because we can show people that, yes, we can think like this because it is happening now.
Pretty informal here, don't have a lot of audio visual support, so I was working off of the speaking outline here. And I'll skip through most of it for what I was going to cover here on that piece of paper. And what I want to talk about, though, is social therapy. And it's a term that represents the central operating objective. The Zeitgeist movement is defined as we're working towards positive change in the moral, intellectual, climate of our time. And we have not yet reached the point yet where we are civilized. We'll get there when we eliminate the problems. And social therapy is basically the main tool for accomplishing that. Social therapy is, in essence, the culmination of the influences that we all have on our environment and on those around us. As individuals, we have influence on people around us, and as a group, we have even more powerful influence on our community and our culture as a whole. The influence is there, whether or not we recognize it or we apply conscious effort towards that influence, it's there, just in our actions and how we carry on in our lives. So, in essence, to ignore that is almost to be be responsible, to not be conscious of that influence and to try and make your influence as positive as possible, to be responsible. The social therapy is the single most effective and ethical way when you are conscientious about it. It's the single most effective methods by which we can effect change within human civilization. Laws are ineffective, and we just want to see people threat killing, that kind of thing. Religion is ineffective because it doesn't offer tangible reality to culture and relate to. War and violence are certainly the most ineffective because they bring more violence. And so doing nothing is not an option because of the fact that the influence we have is there. So doing nothing is not an option. So that leaves us with what we term social therapy is the most effective way. And as far as considerate, calculated, conscientious, and ethical action is concerned, it's the only effective alternative that will allow us to reach the desired results. And again, for time purposes, we'll skip through some of this. I want to talk to you guys about the chapter. The main structure of the chapter is three teams: the communications team, the research team, and the multimedia team. The research team is the central source of information for the Indiana Zeitgeist. Its objective is to gather important information, data, to keep up to date with other relevant Zeitgeist news that's going on in Indiana and all around the world. And in fact, there's two sub-teams for the research team. One focused on Indiana statistics development.
You guys, is this C-Day? Is this Zeitgeist? Mind if I join you? That seems pop in.
Hey, name's John.
Nice to meet you. Melissa, nice to meet you. Alfred, nice to meet you. Richard, Amanda,
Scott.
Scott, nice to meet you, Scott. So what are we talking about?
Well, I just finished discussing social therapy a little bit. Because we have such a small group, we have a more limited time frame. Kind of skip through some of the material we have prepared. But what I'm talking about right now is the Indiana Zeitgeist chapter and the structure we have. So, I was just pointing out the research team, its function as collecting statistics and data on Indiana. We're going to do two sub-teams focus on Indiana and focus on the second sub-team is global statistics. And right now, the official coordination structure is Alfred is the state chapter coordinator, and myself is the communications team coordinator. And we are looking at the group of active members in the chapter. So, we definitely have members to fill in the positions.